Lord be with you. You've no business here. Leave, or I'll call the guards.
I'd like to learn a new combat technique.
Certainly. Why not? Practice makes perfect. There's one sword technique every experienced swordsman should know. The main thing is to keep in mind that defense is all about practice, but attacking is about overcoming fear. If you can do that, you'll become a master.
That sounds good. Teach me that.
Very well. I really think you should know this one. It's actually a kind of feigned attack, after which you quickly go around your opponent's weapon and strike at his neck. It's just like a slap with the sword's blade that can be done even if you have a shield in your other hand. Now, come and try it a few times. What do you think?
I'd like to learn...
Why not? I think it might be useful for you to learn how to use wrestling holds in a sword fight. From what I've seen so far, you don't seem to use them at all.
That sounds good. Teach me that.
Aye, no worries. But you should know, this is more of a wrestling move than a sword-fighting one. You rain blows on your opponent from above, and when he's expecting another, you put a quick lock on his weapon hand and yank it against your sword's pommel. In short, don't forget to use your whole body in battle, not just your sword's blade. Now, come and try it a few times. What do you think? Good one, eh?
I'd like to learn a new combat technique.
Certainly. Why not? Practice makes perfect. A warrior should be able to take down an enemy even without a weapon. If you want, I'll show you a move I like to call the scissor strike. I like using it because it only stuns your opponent, but doesn't kill him.
That sounds good. Teach me that.
Of course. Well, like I said, you have to be able to take your opponent down with just your bare hands. After you open with a few hooks, attack his neck with both hands, just like a tailor cutting cloth. If you crush his Adam's apple while you're at it, that wretch's days are over. Now, come and try it a few times. What do you think? Good one, eh? Let it sit for a while and you'll get it in your blood. You'll see.
I'd like to...
What is this about?
Have you found the rest of that human gang that ambushed you yet?
Yeah. I tracked down their camp. It's not far from here. But there's a horde of them.
Oh, shit. What will you do?
We have to face them. We have no choice. They still have our chest. But since you're here, friend, we could sure use an extra sword. What do you say? Will you stand in battle once more at the side of the Zimburg brothers?
So how many humans are there?
I don't know exactly. But their camp isn't exactly small. I'd feel a lot safer if you went there with us.
Remind me, please. What's so important about that chest they stole from you?
Well, it's a family heirloom. Nothing special, just a small decorated chest.
And what's inside?
It's not important. I'll tell you everything once we get it back.
I can't pass up an opportunity like this. Let's crack some thieving heads.
I knew we could count on you. Tugboat will get the horses ready, and we'll be off.
So? Have you come up with a plan?
There's nothing to plan. We'll just storm in and cut them to pieces.
You want to get yourself killed? We can't just waltz into their camp. We should take advantage of the fact that they don't know about us. Take them out one by one, nice and quietly.
You can't be serious. That's the way of murderers, not knights.
Enough! Leave it to me. I'll sneak in and take care of them. Clean and quiet, like.
No! I came here for revenge.
Jan, damn it, what good is revenge if they kill us? Let Henry try at least. If something goes wrong, we'll storm them from behind.
Fuck it. Well, go on then.
Good luck.
volt ez? Csak a tengerben vannak. Vannak hírek. Megnézem már. Oda érek egy ilyen kis tavacskát. Hát látom, Papuskón 13B. És azok énekelnek. És? Szépen faszom. Mi a fene? Ez meg honnan jött?
Ha? Mi a fa... Majd én Móresre tanítalak, te rohadék! Hua! Ja! Kibaszott! Au!
What's the matter? Shit yourself!
Shit! I need the sawbones.
Quick!
Suck it up. I need a bandage, quick!
Oh, that's enough.
There. That's better.
It's done. The camp is clear. Do you feel better now? Finally getting your revenge?
Yeah, not at all. We still have to find our chest.
I found something, but it doesn't look like a chest for valuables.
You give it here! Quickly! Oh, thank God. We're saved.
And now I hope you'll finally tell me what's in the chest.
You're right. I promised you. As you correctly noted, it is not a chest for valuables. It is a reliquary.
What? So they stole a bunch of bones?
In your hands, you held Knight Alesh of Zimburg, our father.
What?
At least, what's left of him. You see, when father died, as well as his two grieving sons, he also left behind his worldly possessions. In particular, our family seat, Engelsberg Castle. The castle that rightfully belongs to us. But our mother refuses to grant it to us. Instead, she made our uncle steward. She says we're too young and reckless for such responsibility.
And why did your mother entrust the castle to your uncle? As a widow, she could also rule, right?
It's a gesture of goodwill. Mother always had what you might call a warm relationship with Uncle Predbor of Zimburg. But as a knight, he couldn't hold a candle to our father. That idiot would like to return the estates to the lower nobility. That's why we need to get our castle back quickly.
And how is this related to the reliquary?
In accordance with family tradition, the remains of the lords of Zimburg are buried in Sedlets. This is how the monastery shows its gratitude to our ancestor, the founder of our line, who had it built long ago. Many years ago, however, we moved to Moravia and abandoned the tradition. My brother and I decided to lay our father to rest in this holy place, and prove to our mother that we had grown up.
Except on the way, they stole the reliquary from you.
Indeed. If Mother found out what happened, she would never hand over Engelsberg, not even to our grandchildren.
Why didn't you want to tell me what we were looking for?
You don't take it personally, but if word got out that we had lost it, even for a short time, you can't imagine what an embarrassment that would be. Our father, a noble knight, in the hands of Sigismund's foreigners? Oh, fortunately, we saved him.
I know what it's like to bury a father. I was glad to help you.
You are a good and honorable man, Henry. Once more, in the name of the Zimburgs, and in the name of our dead father, I thank you. Now my brother and I must go to Sedlets, but then we will stay here for a while. If you need anything, you know where to find our camp. Until then, good luck, my friend.
May God be with you. Mutt!
Look what I have for you.
your service, sir.
Good doggy. Good boy.
Are you looking for something?
What? Get out of here! Off it, you bloody old fucker!
Fucking mutt!
Do it! I've been waiting for you! Fuck you! Watch out! I can't aim! I've been waiting for your guts, you whoreson! Come on, then! Show yourself! I'll beat you to...
Whoa!
My respects.
Something about it, eh? If you wasn't the son of the richest farmer around, you'd soon see.
I thought as much. I'm warning you for the last time. If I see you looking sideways at her again, I'll have you whipped. This time you won't be getting up.
Who are you? Can't you people leave me alone? My face is still swollen from the last time.
Hold on. Are you Pavel?
That depends. Who's asking?
Henry, you don't have to be afraid of me.
I'm Pavel. And you really weren't sent by Pivets?
Pivets? He's the one you were arguing with.
You overheard?
How could I not? Did he beat you up?
Oh dear. Soon the whole village will know about it. Pivets doesn't want me to court one of the local girls, Ursula. And he had one of his father's brutes beat me up.
And who's this Ursula?
The sweetest girl in the village. And she's really pretty.
So why doesn't Pivets want you to court Ursula?
Because her pa promised her hand in marriage to him. So he behaves like she's already his. But he doesn't deserve her.
You think?
He's a heartless bastard.
And you like Ursula?
Who wouldn't? Only... I don't.
You don't know what?
It's all the same to you anyway. I'm very fond of her. You'll find no lass with such a big heart for miles around.
And does she feel the same way about you?
Aye. I think so.
Why would you do what Pivets tells you?
I've got no choice. He's right. I'm just a hired hand. While he's the son of the richest farmer in the village.
Are you so afraid of Pivets you would let him have Ursula?
What can I do against him? I'm just an outsider and a pauper. If he wanted, he could have me thrown out of the village.
Nah, what does that matter?
Divole, where did you come from? Her parents would never give us that lesson. And even if they would, they've already promised her to Pivets, just because he's rich. The only way it could change is if people started to see Pivets differently.
How do you mean?
Like if he killed someone or robbed people in the village. What do I know?
If it turned out he was a thief?
Probably. And the main thing is, Ursula would turn against him. She's as honest as a saint. But why would he steal? He has everything he needs.
He wouldn't. Not him.
Are you saying I do it and let him take the blame? But that's a sin.
You're right.
Would you do the same?
The end justifies the means. If it's the only way to save Ursula from a life of misery.
I suppose that's true. Maybe it's not such a bad idea after all. Nothing will happen to Pivets if he's from a rich family. But he'll lose Ursula. And it'll give me time to earn enough for her dad to let me marry her. But I live here. If I get caught, they'll make me an outcast and I have nowhere else to go. Someone else will have to do the stealing.
I'll gladly do it.
You will?
Sure. Only I don't know what's worth stealing around here.
I can help you with that. For the whole village to turn against Pivets, every family would have to be robbed.
And who's living here?
Father Anthony, the parish priest, Ursula's family, the Vimola brothers where I work, old Bahushka, and of course, Pivet's family.
What should I steal from the priest?
Father Anthony? Maybe this manuscript he's been writing for ages.
And where is your priest's rectory?
The rectory is the cottage by the church.
What's the book?
I don't know. I can't read. But I heard it's something about potions and...
Alchemy?
That's it!
What should I steal from Ursula?
I suppose, her Ma's rosary. It looks valuable.
And where does Ursula live?
Ursula lives in the first cottage across the green from the church.
If I'm going to take Ursula's Ma's rosary, tell me, does she carry it with her?
She does, during the day.
What can I take from the Vamolas?
I can tell you exactly what. I work for them. Besides, I can even give you the key to their house, so you have it easier. Well, the younger brother is the local cobbler, and he's just made a fine pair of shoes for the Suckdoll blacksmith.
Thanks. What about the older brother?
I don't know. He had this really valuable St. Francis medal.
Had?
Aye. He lost it a while ago. It'd have to be found first.
So someone else stole it?
It's possible, but he might have just lost it. Although, young Moller claims a magpie stole it.
A magpie? Well, I've found all sorts of things in magpies' nests, that's true.
None of us believe him, but it's not in the house for sure. We searched it from top to bottom.
All right. I'll have a look around for nests. Where's the Vamola's cottage?
You know the biggest building on the green? That belongs to Pivets. And the Vaymoller's cottage is right next door. You'll know it by the big birch tree growing right next to it.
And can you tell me where I'll find the shoes?
In the parlour, just behind the door.
And you wouldn't know where the magpie nests are, would you?
I don't know. Try the biggest trees. Young Vaymoller even showed me what a magpie sounds like, but I can't make the sound.
What can I steal from old Bahushka?
Her silver ring. But watch out, she's a bit of a crackpot.
How will I recognize her cottage?
It's the one furthest from the green. She's got a stove in her yard and a long orchard out back.
A crackpot?
Aye, she bakes pies all day, then forgets she did it and bakes more.
And when I've got all the loot, where at Pivet's am I to hide it?
You haven't got anything yet. Be glad if you don't get caught. Here's the key, and when you've got everything, come back to me.
Sure. Just you wait and see.
And most importantly, I don't want anyone to get hurt.
Don't worry. I'm not some cutthroat.
Take care, sir.
I'd like to do some...
Do you really? Aye. Excellent. You made a fine purchase, good sir. How can I help you today, friend?
What do you think of Pavel?
Clever lad. Hard-working, too. Sometimes he helps me out when I'm busy. He once confided in me that he wanted to become a cobbler. If times weren't so hard and my brother allowed it, I'd take him as an apprentice. But it just isn't possible in these times.
I hear your brother's searching for a medal.
He thinks someone took it. He sees thieves everywhere, but I bet a magpie took it.
Why do you think so?
Because I saw one in the yard.
You can recognize magpies.
What kind of question is that? Everyone can recognize magpies, mainly by the sound they make. It's like an old man cackling.
Can you make the sound for me?
Oh yeah, sure. I'm not gonna make a fool of myself in front of strangers.
You can recognize...
What kind of question? Mainly by the sound.
I'll remember. Did you see where the magpie went?
It seemed to go to the neighbor's opposite. If my brother had tried to look for its nest instead of just moaning, he might have found the medal.
Thanks. I'll be off.
Wait, why are you interested anyway?
Well, I'm interested in birds, you know. And when I heard about it...
Oh, right. I know what you mean. I like them too. They're definitely nicer than people.
Show me your wares.
What can you do, sir?
How satisfied are you with your hired hand, Pavel?
Pavel? He's not a bad hand. He's just always trying to get my brother to take him as an apprentice. Says he wants to be a cobbler. Whoever heard of a hired hand becoming a cobbler? He'd do better if he ate less and worked harder.
Yeah, the youth of today.
Hey, don't be rude, lad.
I heard you lost some kind of medal.
Lost? Someone stole it.
Stole? From what I heard, a magpie took it.
Bollocks. That's what my brother thinks, because he spends all his time looking at birds. Mark my words, someone nicked it.
Folk today.
See you later, my friend.
God be with you, sir.
What do you think of Pavel?
The boy who works for the Vemolas? I don't know. I don't know him very well. You'd better ask my daughter, Ursula. She knows him better than I do.
Thanks for the advice.
God bless you, sir.
I'm always glad to see polite people like you. God be with you.
God be with you. How's the watch going? So it really was that magpie that took it. Nowadays, you can't even trust God's creatures.
May God give you health, sir. What do you want?
Why don't you leave Pavel alone?
That's none of your business. Who are you, anyway? I've never seen you before.
You don't have to concern yourself about that.
Have you got something to do with that hand from the Vemolas? Because if you have, then you can tell him from me he should be glad the Vemolas don't send him here anymore, because I'd set the dogs on him.
Pavel is under my protection, so leave him alone.
So?
You may be a big shot here, but outside of your village, you're a nobody. So don't cross me, or I'll make your life hell, and believe me, I can.
Fine. That loser's not worth it anyway. But remember this, Pavel will never get Ursula.
Father, what kind of lad do you think Pavel is?
Pavel, the boy who works for the Vemolas. He's a good lad, as far as I know. Yes, but the poor fella doesn't have it easy. He has no family, and he's as poor as a church mouse.
He doesn't have any family?
Afraid not. He's an orphan. There's plenty of them lately. As far as I know, before he came here, the Cumans killed his whole family. That's all I got out of him.
Can't you people help him?
What do you think we've been doing? The Vemolas took him in and gave him a roof over his head.
Well, I didn't mean to offend you.
You didn't. I understand. But times are tough, and that's all we can give him.
Thanks, Father.
You're welcome.
I'd like to learn something.
What do you want to know?
Can you tell me what's been happening in the world?
I'll tell you some interesting things.
stay. Do you know Pavel?
Pavel who works for the Vemolas? Of course I know him, but who are you?
Henry.
And what have you got to do with Pavel?
I'm a friend of Pavel's.
I'm surprised he never told me about you.
Whereas he's told me all about you.
Really? What did he tell you?
He told me you were the nicest person he'd ever met.
Aha. That's sweet of him. The silly thing. So what else did Pavel tell you?
I think Pavel is very fond of you.
Aren't you the gossip? What would Pavel say if he heard you now?
I'm not saying anything you don't know already.
No, you're not.
And don't you care for Pavel?
Like I would tell a complete stranger.
Pavel thinks you do.
The cheeky fella.
If you're so fond of each other, why don't you marry Pavel?
Excuse me? What kind of question is that?
Was I a bit too forward?
I should think so.
But...
As if it was up to me. Do you think I didn't talk to Pa about it? He'd never give us his blessing.
Because Pavel is poor?
Yes, but Pa doesn't mean it badly. He wants me to be better off than him and Ma. We're not exactly poor, but Ma and Pa have to work all the hours God sends to give us a decent life.
I can understand that.
I'm glad.
I hear your hand is promised to young Pivets.
That's true. Pa arranged it with his family.
And you want to marry Pivets?
I think you're the first one to ask me that, but maybe I'll be happy with him in the end.
Even when you know what he's really like?
And you know about him?
No, actually.
See then.
I'll be going. But now I can see why Pavel is so smitten.
Ah, away with you. Yes, you, sir.
Just want to be sure nobody finds out. You never know.
I wonder if it fell into the dough by any chance. Oh, that'd be a nice mess. What would Francis say? Now, where did I put that ring? Oh, surely I haven't lost it.